Hello, folks. How we doing? It's a bit of a late reaction and a bit of a live one, but unfortunately, after the Scotland game, I had a few things on today, so I had to be a bit later on tonight. Got to be honest, I think when the kickoff finished, what 8 hours ago now, and I'm still absolutely gutted. To be honest with you, yeah, looked obviously calmed down a bit. Was raging earlier, absolutely gutted. Watching the match quite emotional, especially when it's your country. Never really experienced that before. Last time Scotland were in a tournament, I was only 3, so I can't remember that. So today it really was obviously buzzing before the match. Everyone's great atmosphere. Everyone's excited for it. But I've got to be honest, it's kind of hard to rationalise in my head. A guy scoring from 50 yards, a 1 in a million shot. There is errors in between it, and we can try and make goals in it. But yeah, I'm just for someone who I like to analyse stuff constantly with football. I just really today it's been a hard one, to be honest. And we wanted to be here. You're up against the big boys, and that's what they do. And people say Czech. I don't think they're a great team, but Patrick Schick, you can tell he's just a clinical striker, and that's what we've not got. We had chances and just just didn't take them today. Start the game quite well. Andy Robertson was unbelievable, to be honest. He really was world class. You could see his world class level today. He was spot on, superb on the left hand side. Even though Kieran Tierney was missing because of injury, he still played very well. Robertson thought there's only 2-3 players who did play very well, and he was one of them. But it really was just it was a sore one. It was a sore one because the way it worked, we created chances. It was just very cliche, I thought, because usually when a new team comes into a tournament, you need to take your chances. I mean, I'm fed up with saying it, but we didn't. Dykes has a chance early on. Obviously, Robbo has a really good chance. I know people are saying he should have scored, but at the end of the day, from that angle, he's a left back, and Liverpool fans know how good he's shooting. He's not that great, so to get it on target was the main thing. And then second phase of set piece, Kufal don't do enough to stop the cross, don't do enough to affect the header. It's a great header, bottom corner, but it's so cliche. Like, it's not just with Scotland. So many teams, when they come into a tournament now, they get overwhelmed by it and they don't make their chances count. It's all positive at the start, and we just didn't make our chances count. I've seen that 100 times, so you knew it was coming. Then, possible potential penalty just before the end of the second half, but it is a penalty, but just football, you're not going to get that. VAR is not going to, you're not going to get it overturned for that. It's just the way football is. But yeah, and then there's arguments over the starting lineup. To be fair, I had faith in Steve Clarke. I thought stick by got us here. I just think personally, I know I've spoke to my mates about it as well, about the way we're playing. But for me, if you're maybe a neutral watch and you think Scotland, long ball all the time, we're better than that. We've got players who can actually get on the ball and be confident. And I just felt our midfield didn't do that enough. Yes, the Czechs pressed well, but come on, you need to be brave. You need to be brave. It's a competition. And it's like it's European Championships. I just felt our midfield wasn't brave enough on the ball. That's maybe why we should look to play Billy Gilmour in the tournament, because he's good at taking the ball in the tight area. But yeah, just shout out to the comments. Youssef and Ali, how you doing, folks? The goal was amazing, Youssef. I'm just going to get onto that now. So getting at half time, in fairness to Clarke, he obviously identifies that Che Adams has to come on. He brings him on. I think Adams will start the next 2 matches 100% now, because as I've said in previous streams, he's a level above. You can tell that. Even with his first couple of touches, he's a level above. So let's play our best players now. You've had your moment today. It didn't work out. Fair enough, he stuck with Dykes. But Dykes, he looked off it too much. First half, he just didn't get on it enough, didn't do enough. He's looked off the pace at times. And the Czech Republic were probably up for having a battle. That probably suits them. They've got big people at the back. So he makes the changes at half time. We do start well, hit the bar, and we'll have that chance as well. Obviously, we're getting a bit giddy. The positivity is happening, and then Jack Hendry tries a shot. And do you know what? Like, genuinely, why? I know, maybe I lack experience, whatever. But do you know what? A centre back shooting from 25 yards. It's not that. You'd just think, why not? It's maybe experience not to pass out there, but you're never thinking it's going to be a goal. And then literally, I'm not going on about luck and stuff like that, but it smacks off the Czech Republic defender, doesn't spin up, doesn't spin high, it rolls dead on the ground like a layoff perfectly for Schick. And don't get me wrong, the goal's actually better the more you watch it because he actually curls it out. Like, it's not even like a keeper's off his line. He's actually whipped it out, curled it out and in. It's unbelievable finish. There's lots of people trying to pick out stuff like Marshall's position and all that, but it's a, as Andy Robertson said, it's a 1 in a million goal. Like that, right? That is not just like a keep off his line. Like, he's actually whipped that outside around the keeper. It's unbelievable. Sometimes you just have to say it fell perfectly, but the strike's unbelievable. And sometimes, in fairness, I thought the commentary was a bit, the guy's probably scored the goal of the tournament. Give it the credit it deserves. I know we're passionate, but at times, like, got to hold your hands up. And then, that goal, it's our first tournament in 23 years, and then it'd only be a Scotland thing to concede a 50-yarder. That is Scotland summed up. Do you know what I mean? Just like, not got into tournaments, and when we do, the guy scores probably one of the best goals you'll ever see in a tournament for the next 50 years. Unbelievable. But that knocked absolute sail out of us for about 10 minutes. And then after that, we actually did create a lot of chances. That's the one thing. We didn't cave in. We didn't give up. Maybe had a 5-minute, 10-minute spell, got the momentum back again, and we created a lot of chances. I know you might look at that on paper like, oh, experienced Czech Republic won, and yeah, they're experienced and had a clinical striker, but they were clinical and we weren't. That sums the match up, because we probably still could have scored 1 or 2 goals in the second half after they made it 2-0. You had Armstrong's chance, you had the Dykes chance to hit the flick on, and then also the great save by the goalkeeper, but he should have hit it in the corner. He hits it in the centre, should be hitting the centre. Striker, hit it in the corner, mate, that's your job. Armstrong, Forrest's chance, there was several chances, and just it wasn't meant to be. I don't listen to that, that's rubbish. At the end of the day, you need to be clinical, and that's what I think. To be fair, Adams didn't have any chances today, so I'm more confident Adams actually taking it. So I'll just do some of the comments now, folks. But yeah, so just before I get to comments, overall, yeah, it was just it was a absolute gutting feeling today, guys. We weren't played terrible, but we can do much better than that. I know neutral fans will be like, Scotland are rubbish, but I'm telling you, we've got players to play well. We've got players. Our midfield can play better. We don't have to play long balls all the time. We might specifically look to do it against England because we know it can hurt you. But yeah, I just felt like we've done decent, but we could do much better than that. We've got much better players than that. So hopefully we crack on with the tournament. Yeah, so I'll just do some of the comments. Conroy, shout out to Ali, mate. How you doing? Conroy, it'll be hard now to go through. Yeah, mate. Listen, what I would say is we created chances. And the one thing I say when talking about Liverpool as well, if you're creating chances, it's better than just having a flat performance. So there was at least some, I hate saying, because it's hard to take positives and we feel really down, but after having a think about it and analysing it, there was chances created. And as Demo's saying, we played well. But shout out, Demo, how you doing, mate? But I really think Scotland can play better than that, especially in the midfield. Widfield quite good. O'Donnell will probably get replaced for the next game, so we'll have a more attacker on the right-hand side. But our centre midfielders can pop it about better than that. They can pass the ball better than that. They didn't do enough. McGinn wasn't great today. They can be better. So there's maybe positives in that. The thing is, mate, the one good thing we've got is it's not in our hands, but say we lose, see what happens against England. I'm not confident, but I'm going to watch the game with my mates and just enjoy it, because you never know how many tournaments you're going to get to. But say we lose against England, we might even still have a chance in the last game against Croatia. It's a big ask, but with the third place teams getting through, we'll have to look at that after the England game, just one game at a time. But yeah, it's going to be difficult, mate. Of course it is, but we need to try and savour every game, but we can definitely play better, 100%. So just Demo has to score, mate. See, the thing is, Demo, I know what Rob was like at striking a ball. I think he's went through and goal, and he's went, I need to get this on target. And I actually think that the finish was more intelligent than you think, because he did try to whip it over him, and I thought I didn't think it was a bad effort, to be honest. It's a good save. It's not. You'd maybe look at that and I'd think he's hit it across in the corner, but or put his foot through it. But Robbo's done that many times and it's never hit the target. So that's the reason I think behind it. But as I say, Robbo was outstanding today, so I'm not going to give any criticism. I thought he was unbelievable today. Yeah, we did play well, Demo, but just we can play better. Yeah, Billy Gilmore, 100%, mate. And see, the thing is, the reason I'm saying it is, see today, Czech pressed high. So see, when they pressed high, you need someone in the midfield to take the ball in tight spaces, and that is literally what Billy Gilmore is renowned, or he's good at, and Chelsea think he'll be amazing in the future as well. But he's very good at that. And yeah, I agree, mate. See, I do like Scotland midfield. I like Armstrong. I didn't necessarily hate the starting lineup, but I think for me, Gilmore. But the thing is, Demo, he's not going to. There's no way Steve Clarke will play Billy Gilmore at Wembley against England for his first competitive game. Just can't see it, mate. Shout out to Ali saying we missed Tierney at left centre back. Yeah, great shout, mate. We did. See, to be honest though, I do think Cooper done all right, and I thought Robertson really pushed down the left. So Tierney would have made a difference, yes, but we might have not played the same way. Robbo might have not just. It might have been more Robbo pushed, even though we did push high, but even pushed higher to let Tierney over or underlap. However, I do think maybe our left side, Tierney coming back would improve us massively. But to be honest, I think we need our right side. I don't mind O'Donnell, but I think going forward we need more attack and depth. I could see a James Forrest coming in, or a Ryan Fraser, maybe Nathan Patterson from Rangers. But Patterson, again, he's not going to play his first game at Wembley. That's not going to happen. So for me, I could see James Forrest playing right wing back next game, and that would kind of give a threat from both wide areas, and it would maybe put not as much onus on Robbo's side. But as I say, it's been really good points, guys. But it's just been hopefully Tierney's back for the England game. But it's been absolutely. Yeah, I've not had this feeling before. Obviously, you get new feelings, but obviously my team being in an international tournament, and just a bit deflated, folks. Just a bit gutted. I will have a couple of days, get more positive for Friday, watching the game with my friends and that. And I've spoke to a few of them before the game, and I'm got a certain amount of optimism of the senses. I know they can play better than that, and I know they can cause England problems. There's just a few things that have to go in a fashion. Let's cut the bullshit, guys. If England turn up, not like they turned up against Croatia, because we could probably do something with that. They weren't amazing. Yes, good first 20 minutes. But if they turn up with the players they've got, then they can hurt us. Of course they can. And they'll probably watch that today or see the scoreline and think, yeah, that'll be an easy game. And I hope they think that, because I know Scotland can turn up. And all the fans know we can, but it's just if we do. Because I do think some players looked a bit... I said it last week, do not get overwhelmed. You have to be patient. And I do think some started okay, but some were more... Nervous is maybe the wrong word. Played it safe instead of being confident and brave in the ball. Definitely weren't brave at parts. But yeah, it's as I say, folks, just wanted to have a quick reaction video of the game and give my thoughts on that, because I appreciate you always in the comments and stuff. But it was an absolute downer. I feel very flat. But a couple of days, I'll probably be doing a few preview games for the England one, preview videos and streams for the England one, and hopefully get there. But going forward for me, I agree with Demo in the chat. I think Billy Gilmore has to start. You've got a person who's very good at playing, especially in international tournaments, taking the ball in tight areas, especially when we've got a free at the back, can play the ball in the midfield there. So for me, the England team, the team for England, I'll go into that more. But right now, I'm feeling it'll be still the back three. Hopefully, Tierney's back. And Grant Hanley, he played quite well today. He was okay. Good first half anyway. Grant Hanley, and then Jack Hendry. I still play Jack Hendry, right centre back. And then McTominay, Gilmore, and McGinn. And then I think he will start two up front. I think he'll start Adams and Dykes. I'm not saying Dykes necessarily deserves to start, but I feel like that they two against England will cause a threat. It'll cause them issues. And it'll be Andy Robertson left wing back, and I think it'll be James Forrest right wing back. Listen, I might change my thoughts in a couple of hours, never mind a couple of days' time. Just shout out to on our comment there, Kick Batiz, how you doing, mate? Che Adams should have started. Yeah, mate, 100% agree. I said that in my preview as well. Adams has clearly been a level above any striker we've got. He showed that in I think it was Nation Leagues or the European the recent qualifiers he played, and his games, the friendlies before. Adams is a step above, should have been started. A lot of fans thought that, but I'm not gonna say like hindsight's a wonderful thing. But Steve Clark, Dykes had played well against Czech Republic before in competitive matches, so I understand the thought process. And Christie played quite well, especially against Serbia. I understand it, but I think that's been answered going forward. Adams will start because he comes on for 2 minutes in the second half, and you could see his touch, his movement. It's just levels above. So I could see that 100%, mate, has to start. I think it'll be Adams and Dykes against England. I could be wrong. It might be Adams and then someone in behind, possibly a Fraser or an Armstrong. But I've been talking to a few people, and we feel like he will go too, because that'll cause England. That'll cause the centre backs, and it'll make them have to defend. Let's make it a battle, because let's be honest, we can play as well. I'm not saying we just hoof it all the time. We can play much better than we did in midfield today and be brave on the ball. But we've got strengths that can cause England problems. And England fans will probably watch that today and think it'll be easy. And that might be the case. But I do believe we can cause them trouble. I feel like we can hurt them. We've got the players to hurt them. And yeah, I hope that happens, but we'll find out. But yeah, it's been buzzing to be in the competition, but it really went from optimism to pessimism within one strikey Patrick Schick's boot. Honestly, when that goal went in, I thought I was watching the PS4, watching FIFA, because it was unbelievable goal. Yes, there's mistakes, I understand that, but the finish is ridiculous, and sometimes you just have to say it's ridiculous. It was unbelievable. He was actually very good today. He was very clinical. He was the difference. They were clinical and we weren't. Had a lot of chances, it just didn't take them, folks. But yeah, thanks everybody. It was just a quick reaction of that, and appreciate all the comments as always. And if you've got any further ones, any ideas for future videos or whatever, just put them in the comments and let me know. But still gutted, absolutely gutted. It's been out 7 hours later, and hopefully that'll improve the next couple of days. I think Germany, France is tomorrow, so be watching that. That'll be a very interesting game. I'll shout out to Laser FC. Big up to yourself, Conroy. I'd like to get on your podcast soon. Yeah, mate. Sure, just get me on whenever. Just give me a wee message, whatever, on Instagram, YouTube, whatever. Give me a message, mate. Anytime. But yeah, it's been a poor one, guys. It has. But the way to sum up for me, I said absolutely gutted in the title. For me, wasted opportunity. Like, I'm a fair, rational person when I talk about my country. I'm not deluded. I talk about what we're good at, what we're not. But we have got a decent team, guys. We've got a good team. We could do much better than that today. We actually created a lot of chances, but there's just certain areas they could have been more brave, and they just weren't. They just weren't, especially in midfield. Like, John McGinn can be absolutely ridiculous, and that might have been the way that the kind of game worked. And I get the pressing and all that, but it all goes back to decisions. But we need to, yeah, mate, chin up. And there's 2 more games to go. Listen, I'm not being this guy. The problem I've got is some Scotland fans are like raging today. Now, I'm unhappy, but at the end of the day, my team got here, so I've got to put that into perspective. However, I just feel like we've done actually quite well, but we can do better. And I just wanted us to show that. And I feel like that'll get dismissed as Scotland are very poor, and that's what I didn't want to happen. So hopefully in the next 2 games we'll see, and they might turn up, they might show what they can do or they're not. All we learned today was David Marshall can make a lot of good saves, and Andy Robertson is an unbelievable left back, but we already knew that. I mean, he was an amazing captain today, and for Liverpool fans watching, it's maybe something to look in the future for Liverpool, because I thought he was led today. It wasn't just by example, he communicated, he was brilliant. But yeah, to be fair, the centre halves, they actually had quite good. The goals, second phase of set piece, and the actual amazing strike. I thought the actual 3 centre backs were reasonably decent. You can have a go at Jack Hendry, but as I said, that you hit a shot, it never usually cannons and lands directly at the striker's feet. It was quite unlucky, I thought. I understand, bro. I agree with you. I would like Scotland to have won today. I don't have anything towards Rob was a legend. Yeah, mate, it was one of them, but it was yeah, it's hard to put into words, because I say it's easy to just gloss over that as one of Czech Republic more experienced. Like I said, you've got teams who are experienced. Scotland might come in and be too overwhelmed, but some of us played safe, but there was chances created. Like, we did a lot to do with Robertson, a lot to do with moments we could have been braver, but we still did create chances. So I've got optimism from that, because we definitely can do better, because we'll have to do a lot better if we can even lay a glove on England. So I've got faith in that. Yeah, Rob was a legend, mate. No, I was really. He won't. I'm not gonna. I was going to swear that he won't care about his individual accolades for today, because he'll probably get an 8 out of 10, or something like that. Because genuinely, guys, he doesn't even usually beat men that much. He was beating men today. He's tackling. He's seen the ball out. He was superb. But he won't care. He would have rather, got a 1 out of 10, been terrible, and the team won or drew. Yeah. So it is what it is, guys, but we move on. Appreciate everyone in the comments as always. And yeah, Laser, just drop me a message and shout out to everybody again. Really appreciate it. But yeah, that's it. So what I'll do is I'll get some more videos out later in the week. It will not just be Euros. I'm going to try and do a few different videos for you guys coming up this next couple of weeks. Maybe mix it up, get some football topics in that's kind of Euro related, but it's general football topics. I was thinking of having one on VAR and maybe the European refs as well. I've got to be honest, I think the refs have actually been pretty good. I've watched a few of the games, and albeit the one today was maybe a bit of one, I heard the great phrase, over officiating, but I still thought it was decent enough. I thought it was a good ref. I think it's easy in emotion to the game to get angry, but I watched a few games. I think I watched a few of the night games, and I think it was Ukraine game. I actually thought a lot of the refs have been very good at not giving fouls away, which is ironic because in European League sometimes it's soft fouls, but I've seen a lot of refs not giving soft free kicks. They'd be like, nah, it's not a free kick, play on. And I appreciate that. I think that's a really good way you should ref a game. So maybe get a video on that as well and discuss, get a few of the guests on. And thanks for tuning in my last video with Callum, James and Jersey Boy. I really appreciate all the comments, and it was amazing, and hopefully get more videos like that, guys. But just the last shout out to Laser, that's Robertson for you. Gives us all. I'll miss you, Connor. Aye. No, cheers, mate. Thanks very much. And guys, thank you very much, everybody, folks listening. Thanks very much for watching. Yeah, good topics. Yeah, there will be, mate. Because there'll be a lot of Euro stuff, so I want to try and mix it up, give everyone a bit of different, because you like all different channels and stuff. So try and mix it up. But yeah. No, thanks very much for everybody for the comments and that, and hopefully next time I come on, I will be more optimistic and have a breakdown for the Scotland-England game. And you never know, guys. I'll be honest with you, if we can beat or get anything from that England game, probably won't see me for a couple of days. I'll still be drinking, but not to jump on the Scottish stereotype anyway. But no, it's one of them. I'll remember the date. I'll remember the day. But it's the first game. There is positives when you break it down. It's just it's a hard one. It's a sore one. But big up Demo, yeah. Thanks, mate. But I'll catch you all soon, folks. And thanks again for all the comments and all the chats. Much appreciated. And I'll catch you soon. And I'll get another video out, if not tomorrow, the next day. So, sorry, I'm coughing here. Good night, guys. Cheers. Thank you very much. Bye.